We clearly have a lot of stuff to do here and talk about today, but we're going to get started with a little piece of information that just dropped shortly ago about the upcoming HeMan movie. Because according to Deadline, Camila Mendes, star of Riverdale, is set for the role of Teela in MGM and Mattel's Masters of the Universe. Now, they write this. Camila Mendes, who, by the way, ridiculously attractive girl. Like, do you know she's 30 years old now? I know because she was in Riverdale, everybody thinks she's a teen. She's 30 years old now. Anyway, has landed the role of Teela in the forthcoming live-action Masters of the Universe film from Amazon and MGM Studios and Mattel Films, Deadline has learned. Mendes stars opposite the previously announced Nicholas Galitzine. Eventually I'll figure out how to say his last name, who plays He-Man. Her character Teela is a warrior who, as captain of Eternia's Royal Guard, is responsible for protecting the royal family, especially Prince Adam, aka He-Man. Now, I saw him in that little Netflix movie he did with, what's the name of the girl who played Catwoman in Christopher Nolan's?
Nolan's? Yeah.
Anne Hathaway?
Anne
Hathaway.
Yeah.
Thank you. That little romantic comedy he did with Anne Hathaway, where he's like a British pop star and she's a much older woman. He's pretty good. I still don't see He-Man when I look at him. Nick Schmidt in the live chat, by the way, saying the idea of you. Oh, and corrects me. It's not on Netflix. It was on Amazon. I still don't see He-Man when I look at him, but whatever. He was actually quite good in it. And that's great. Now, as far as Mendes, I watched the first season of Riverdale, and I actually thought it was pretty good. I was actually surprised about how good of a decent little show that was.
Yeah, it kind of went over a waterfall, but it started out good.
I mean, yeah, I'm just talking about season one.
Sure.
Had this great, quaint little murder mystery, Sleepy Town, a really neat adaptation of the old comic strip. Now, I didn't watch anything else again of it until a couple of years later. Ann and Corey were watching it, and they literally had superpowers and were like fighting an evil Dungeons and Dragons cult.
Mm-hmm.
And in one episode, if I remember how it was told to me correctly, Betty and Veronica, I guess Betty was dating Archie, and they all had superpowers, right?
As one does.
But Betty's bestie, Veronica, her powers made it so she couldn't smash with anybody. Except for Betty's boyfriend, Archie, because his superpower would allow him to smash with Veronica. So Betty, being the good friend, because, homie's got to smash, she gives her permission, you know what, smash my boyfriend. Because, you're compatible. Anyway, I saw like an episode and I'm like,
Smash Bros.
Oh my God, I have no idea where that show went.
Yeah,
it was just
basically, if you watch it from, and I didn't actually do this, I only saw season one as well, but from the time that Luke Perry was on the show, it was pretty.
R.I.P. Luke Perry, by the way.
Yeah, and it was a pretty decent show. And I'm not saying there's a correlation, but after like he had tragically passed, like that season after, I don't know if they got new writers or whatever, it just went zany.
Yeah, it went absolutely crazy. But you know what? Back to season one, I thought Camila Mendes, I thought the whole cast was pretty solid, actually. I thought they were good. Now, she did that horrible little romantic comedy, straight to streaming romantic comedy, where she plays like she pretends she's an ad exec or something like that. I watched about 20 minutes of that and I had to turn it off. But the problem with the movie wasn't her. She was fine. She was good. So it's interesting now that we're going to see her as Teela. And again, I will be surprised if this movie actually happens. I know they got a director. I know they've got their cast now. I know they've got a start shooting date. I'll still be surprised if it happens. They've been trying to get this movie going for like 10 years. But you know what? I like her. She's not a bad, it's not the first person that would have come to my mind, but I like her. I think she'll do a good job. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Miracle Made. Guys, it's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. There are just so many things that make these sheets so fantastic. We already mentioned the self-cooling properties for better quality sleep, but they're also self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. So go to trymiracle.com/Campea. That's TRYMIRACLE.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Camila Mendes, according to Deadline, officially cast as Teela in the upcoming HeMan, the Masters of the Universe movie. Do you like the casting? Do you not like the casting? Are you one of these people who's mad because she's not a redhead and you don't understand there's actually hair dye out there? Anyway, whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.